Good morning, Samboners, and welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Samboner Show. Shit, man, that feels good. That's all it takes. Just got to get it going. Got to get that mojo rising, as they say. Appreciate everybody tuning in on this dreary Monday morning. But there is so much to look forward to. Again, can't thank everybody enough for just tuning in. Samboner Show is back. It's alive. It's well. It's another warm-up, though. I'm considering this my spring training, although in just a short 3 days, Mr. Christopher Sanchez, 6 years, 107 mil, is going to be taking the hill. Oh, my God, Citizens Bank Park. Look, it ain't bar month. It ain't neighborhood bar month. It's Irish pub month. But, man alive, like I say, Citizens Bank Park is the biggest and greatest bar in all of Philadelphia. And come Thursday, woo, we are going to be high-fiving. We are going to be bumping. And we are going to be letting the good times roll. Sambo Nation alive and well. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, everything we do here is brought to you by Crangy Bakery, BTA Sports, Foods Galore, and we will dive into some of those unbelievable brands as we continue throughout our little episode 2 of the Samboner Show return. Like I said, it's just another warm-up. This is like my spring training. Like, I got to get my swing back. And let me just tell you, man alive, do I need to get my swing back. My son and I decided to head over to beautiful Lulu Country Club yesterday afternoon, a 2:40 tee time. We walked 9 holes. I can't believe it. Like, right when I thought maybe I was getting in shape, like, knees feeling better, we got the dog back out, we're doing 4 or 5 mile walks, we're doing some other crazy, weird Pilates shit. Like, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing anymore. I need a trainer, honest to God. If anybody wants to help this guy, like, I'm all ears. But we went over and walked 9 holes, and let me just tell you, it was not pretty. It really wasn't. It was just, I don't know what was going on. Like, I couldn't even get the ball off the ground the first 2 holes. It was just like scrapping along, double here, double there. And then we settled in. As a matter of fact, the 9 holes, all 3 par 3s. I parred all 3 par 3s. But other than that, it was a mess. No birdies, not even bogeys. It was double bogeys and pars. And let me just tell you, it was ugly. But, like I said, we're knocking the rust off. It's just that time of year where, we need to just continue to hunker down. Brighter, warmer, sunnier days are ahead of us. And again, Sambo Nation, can't thank you enough. Just continue to get out there, continue to Sambo. And I mean, holy shit, though. What do we got? Samboner Chris getting after the Cavanaughs. Samboner Steve Bonavita coming to you hot from Capri, Italy. Are you kidding me, dude? Like, you just go on vacation and you have the decency to roll up your sleeves and go grab the best camera woman in the biz and pop in a nice little Samboner in Capri, Italy. Steve Bonavita, you are the man. Continue to do what you're doing. We cannot thank you. The Sambo Nation cannot thank you enough for what you are doing. Woo! Let's go, Sam Bonds. Let's go. What else do we got? Anybody else? Hunter McCrone all in the action. 302 Birds. Oh, man. I guess, look, we had St. Patty's Day. So, there we go. Let's talk a little bit about St. Patty's Day. Like, I was behaving myself. I really was. But I did want to get out to Dolan's in Ridley Park, which, a friend of mine, PJ Dolan, owns. They're all affiliated with the big, Hungry Dogs guys, the Hungry Dog Tailgate. I'll get in a little bit more of that as we continue the show. But, like, dude, what an unbelievable dive bar. Like, you can honestly, you couldn't even walk on each side of the bar, but that's what it's all about. Like, I love, like, rubbing up with other bodies. Don't get me wrong. I know that sounds crazy, but, like, I'd rather be like in an environment where I'm just kind of like, butted up against somebody else, you get that body warmth going, and you're just yucking it up and you're talking and you're letting the good times roll. And like Dolan's was exactly that. Like fucking squeeze in, grab a Guinness, get to know the guy next to you, and let the good times roll. And again, shout out Dolan's. What an unbelievable spot. And I'll sure as hell be back. The owner gave me a $50 gift card. Like, damn, dude, what an unbelievable gesture. Really, like, you didn't have to do that. But with respect to it, I'll be back, and I'll probably double down on that 50. So, again, thank you, PJ, for the hospitality. Great spot. All right, so let's kick this off with sports segment, man. Like, everything we do here from a sports perspective is brought to you by BTA Sports. I've had the opportunity to partner with BTA Sports now for 5 months. These guys are absolutely changing the landscape and game when it comes to sports betting, making smart bets. Like, look at me, dude. You know me. I lean on ChatGPT like it's my goddamn job. But like at the end of the day, like this world we're living in, like why wouldn't you be applying some sort of artificial intelligence into your everyday thinking? I mean, you can honestly, like, there's watches out there right now that record every last step you made and everything you said throughout the day, to the point where like, yeah, what was that conversation we were having? Like the other night, Friday night, we were hanging out over the phone, having a long conversation. And like, I forget what we were talking about. Right. But look, there is so much going into this application. It is such an intuitive and very dynamic application, to the point where I'm telling you, like, with respect to the major leagues and the 2.0 that just rolled out, I believe, go on their website. There is a 4-week trial right now, 4-week free trial. Like, and you could call me. I'll walk you through it. Like, honest to God, like Vegas is putting up lines, but the AI model is also putting up lines. And when there is these major differences, you start to wonder. And when those differences go in favor of the AI model, you do the rest. You do the math. Honest to God. So look, we got a lot going on here. Feels good to be back on this microphone. I'm going to get the training wheels off. We're going to get through spring training. And again, like I said, would love to bring some guests on here and just chop it up, whether it be Monday morning, Monday night. Monday mornings are usually the best for me, just to kind of get it out of the way and then move on with the week. But, everything is on the upswing. Philadelphia Fightins home opener Thursday, 3:05, Texas Rangers. Yeah, my God, we will be down there. We will be supporting the Hungry Dogs tailgate. Shout out to Sean Holden and Matt Rourke and all those guys. Been very fortunate enough to, kind of get to know these guys real well. And they're also partnering with BTA Sports, which is just unbelievable to see. The partnerships just continue to kind of, come through. So you're looking forward to doing some work with these guys. And they put on an unbelievable show. But before we dive into the Phillies, quick little fact check. The Sixers are still in the mix. They hold the 7th seed in the playoffs. A few games left. The Philadelphia Flyers, out of nowhere, are 5 back. They may be able to come in and steal a little playoff berth. So look, you gotta love it. You 4 for 4. Just continue to just have some faith, show a little hope, because that's what it's all about. When you got high hopes, oh yeah, it just feels a lot better. And I have high hopes, folks. I really do. I have fucking unbelievable high hopes. Like, I'm so sick and tired of everybody talking about the Phillies. Like this morning, listening to Sport Talk Radio on the way to dropping off my son for school. Like, was the offseason great? Was the offseason good? Was the offseason awful? Guys, like I said last week, we have a top 5 pitching lineup. We have a top 5 batting lineup. If some of these guys overperform, and then you got like J.P. Crawford, like, he might be the rookie of the freaking year. Like, dude, baseball is the longest and most grueling season in all of sports. And at the end of the day, if you don't find that magic mojo, like I said earlier, and that chemistry rolling into, Red October, then it's over, right? You can't predict it's all about who's going to come together, who's going to elevate their game, who's going to just fucking play out of their shoes, really. So I have a lot of faith and I have a lot of hope in the Phillies this year. And I couldn't be not more excited to see Thursday's throwdown. Like, dude, the electricity, the atmosphere, Citizens Bank Park. Dude, I'm not sure it gets any better. Honest to God. Like, I really do. I think, like, I'm not throwing anything on, like, Red Sox, Yankees, Mets. But I will compare us to, like, those East Coast teams. I think there's some fair weatherness with respect to like some of the Yankees fans. Like at the end of those games, it's like 65, 75% filled. Same with the Mets. Not so much the Red Sox. Like, so if I had to rank all four of those teams, I'd go Phillies, Red Sox, Yankees, Mets. But, that's either here nor there. Again, appreciate everybody tuning into the Samboner Show. This is Samboner Mick. All is good in the hood, alive and well. I do believe we will win the East. I do believe Bryce Harper will have one of the best seasons. But again, I think, like I said last week, the X factors are guys like J.P. Crawford, guys like Bryson Stott, and guys like Alec Samboner. Swinging a long drive. Watch that, baby. Out of here. Congrats to Christopher Sanchez on a 6-year, $107 million deal. Whoo! Guy seems really nice though. I mean, doesn't have a lick of English in him, but like he seems like a really, really nice guy. And shit, man, I forget to put my eyes on the camera. I just sit here and I just like ramble and I talk. I'm figuring most of you guys just pop this on the radio or Spotify, YouTube, and listen to it in your car. Out of the gate, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll be honest with you, full transparency. I don't know what to expect here, but 75 people downloaded this in the last 4 or 5 days to give it a listen. So I can't thank you enough. Like, I appreciate that. It does feel good, and I think that there's reason for it. So again, let's just continue to roll with it. Let's continue to get fired up. And in no time, 3-4 days from now, we'll be down at Citizens Bank Park getting after it for the fighting Phils. So over the weekend, we had an unbelievable weekend of March Madness games, or should I say unbelievable? I look, like going into Thursday, everybody's geeked up. Like there is nothing better than March Madness. And like we just rolled out our top 10. I brushed it up a little bit. I fucked it up when I sent it out the first time, but like we brushed it out. Like I have March Madness. We have March Madness. Like this is a collective effort. I'm not the only one throwing these lists together. It's a group of OGs just sitting around talking about what are the best sporting events in all of sports. And March Madness is too. But like after last weekend or this weekend, I'm thinking March Madness might slip. Right, with respect to all of this transfer portal stuff and this NIL stuff, and the way these kids just now have the opportunity to move around, keep eligibility, and throw some extra money in their pockets, kind of really makes it harder for the average Joe to be able to just handicap these games, pick these brackets, play in these pools. But I don't know. There were some really good games over the weekend. There were some buzzer beaters last night. There were some buzzer beaters over the weekend. I mean, it still has its luster, but I just hope that the more we have to deal with the transfer portal and things like that, the worse maybe this tournament gets. But for the most part, we'll do the rundown. Top 10 sporting events, the World Baseball Classic at 10, Stanley Cup at 9, NBA Finals at 8, Kentucky Derby at 7. Like, I got a lot of grief for that. Look, I get it. It's 2 minutes, but everybody's into it, right? The amount of camaraderie that comes with the Kentucky Derby. Like if you go to a sports bar, people will be running pools. If you have a nice little gathering, we mix up some nice mint juleps, and I don't know. There's just like that fastest and greatest 3 minutes in sports carries so much more than just that 3 minutes, right? Just getting people together and having fun. Nothing better than a Kentucky Derby party. World Cup, we threw it in there, man. You got to respect the fact that the World Cup is coming to Philadelphia. Those tickets are going to be damn right, almost impossible. I'm not actually sure on that. Don't hold me to that. But, we rally out with number 5 World Series, number 4 the Masters, number 3 the Olympic Games, 2 March Madness, 1 Super Bowl, of course. I'm not even a gigantic Olympics guy. I like watching the downhill. But, man, that ice hockey stuff was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. What else do we got? Sambo Nation, take a look. Take a bite. Let's go. God, I'm miserable out. It's miserable out. But I'm not miserable. I'm not going to let Monday get in my way. That's exactly what I told myself. Had a few beers last night, went to bed, got some good sleep, woke up, pouring rain, got the kids out to school. And I said, no way, I'm not going to let Monday get the best of me. So here we are. We're chopping it up. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Some updates on the bakery. It's been a grind to get reopened. but we are moving in the right direction. And in hopefully a few months from now, I can't make any promises right now. It's just we're up against some interesting shit, but at the same time, can't be more fired up to get the bakery back and start serving bread, not if the best bread in the entire city of Philadelphia. And we'll get it out to all the major, food shops. And there's some other really cool and exciting ideas around, Karangi Bakery 2.0. So, stay tuned for more of that. We are grinding away here. We are grinding away at the first ever Irish Pub Month. And I finally made it to the Black Taxi. And, had an opportunity to, post up with, shout out, Yo, Neary. We go over to the Black Taxi, and there was an argument. Not an argument, but we embraced that fun debate. Like, who has the best Irish pub in all Philadelphia? Or, like, would you rather go to another place? Let's just dial into the Fairmount section of Philadelphia, an unbelievable place to live right there in Philadelphia on the outskirts of the Art Museum and the Rocky statue. There's tons of awesome bars. McCrossan's, a top 10 Samboner wing joint. You have Bishop's Collar. You now have Black Taxi. You got Bad Brother. What else you got? The Irish, not the Irish, the Saloon. Shit, I'm missing out on a couple. I'm not sure St. Stephen's Green is still there. Oh, man. Patton, bring back the fort. Holy shit. But no, it's either here or there. So we did go to the Black Taxi. And the Black Taxi claims, or people claim, that it's the purest pour of Guinness all in Philadelphia. In my reel, I said all the world. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I said that. But look, it was a cool little spot. And unfortunately, my companion didn't want to eat lunch there, so we went down to the Bishop's Collar. But we made good friends with the bartender there. We made good friends with the bartender at the Black Taxi. I'll tell you right now, I can't really. I'm not that guy. There's people out there that will drink a cup of Guinness or a glass of Guinness, a pint of Guinness, and that's awful. I mean, I've had some maybe, I don't know, awkward taste, but for me, it's kind of, I'm not going to not drink it, right? So I thought that the pour was really good. The pour at the Bishop's Collar was also just as good. Maybe it has to do with the amount of kegs that they're going through on a regular basis. But we are moving, we are shaking. Shout out Boathouse over the weekend. We did a little March Madness. We did a little Phillies, ticket draft over at the Boathouse. When you come to start talking about bars, like I am, and I don't know why I'm wearing a McGillen shirt, talking about Dolan's. I'm talking about, well, it's Irish Pub Month. That's what you do, right? And that's the beauty of just Philadelphia and the culture that we live in. And there's just so many authentic, unique pubs that have not changed in over the last 50, 60 years. And that's what you want, right? You don't want, you go to Billy Murphy's Irish Saloon in East Falls, it's it's the same as it ever was. I mean, they may have spruced up some pictures here and there, but that's what, that's what the Boathouse was all about too. Dude, that atmosphere at the Boathouse, at people watching games, eating wings, drinking beers, I'm afraid it doesn't get any better. Right? You don't have to drink either. You can just go and hang out and eat and yuck it up with your friends and just bullshit about these games. And when they come down to the wire, there's just so much energy and everybody's into it. Dude, the Boathouse, in my opinion, it really might be the best bar. It really would. I don't think we've ever rolled out a top 10 bar list, but if we did, I'm afraid that the Boathouse would fall easily in the top 3, and it may just take the cake. It may just take the cake. It really, I'm giving it the cake. I really am. And you know what? I actually had some cake over the weekend. I gave up sweets for Lent, and I was really doing really good. But my daughter's birthday, and there was this weird chocolate, gooey chocolate cake. I'm not a cake guy. I don't like cupcakes. I don't eat much cake, but you know what? I indulged, man. I did. I had a nice piece of cake on Friday night, and I gave it a 9.6 on a Samboner scale. But now all is good in the hood again. Like I always say, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Let's go. Shout out to our good friends at Foods Galore. Just an unbelievable experience working with the folks at Foods Galore. And, shout out to their food show coming up on 421. Look forward to, repping with them. And this show, I mentioned it last week. This show is the first time I went. I thought I was like, I'm going to a food show. Like, wow, I'm going to a food show. What am I going to do? Am I going to eat food? Am I going to talk to I don't know, a guy cutting meat on a slate? I had no idea what to expect. But when I walked into this food show, swing, like, holy shit, dude. Joe puts on an unbelievable show. The team at Food Galore put on an unbelievable show. If you're a vendor, you're a supplier, I highly recommend getting involved. If you're a customer or a prospective customer, I highly recommend you just kind of swinging through the casino there down on Delaware Avenue, Rivers Casino on 421. I'll send out more information. I'll put it in my bio on the Instagram channel. But if you want to stop out, if you're looking to get into the food industry, whatever it may be, I highly recommend you take a look. Oh, God, more on the food segment too. I don't know. I wrote in my notes, like, yeah, I don't know if I should talk about this shit yet. Food segment presented by Foods Galore. Cheesesteak landscape. Cheesesteak. Josh eats. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Whatever. Oh, God, it just irks me, man. It really does. I got to get it off my chest. I do. I am fucking so sick and tired of people giving fraudulent reviews. I really am. Like, don't get me wrong, man. Everybody's out there grinding. Everybody's doing the best that they can, right? But we live in the sandwich capital of the world. We live in the cheesesteak capital of the world. We have the best bread in the entire world. Authentic, Italian, beautiful bread made with practically nothing. Now, granted, it kills me right now that Carangi is down, because Carangi is one of the greatest and most authentic Italian bakeries when it comes to hoagie rolls and Italian baguettes, and everybody knows that, and I'm not going to get tied into that. But what people don't realize is that some of the most iconic spots in all Philadelphia, in the outskirts, that got all these unbelievable accolades and awards for being the best cheesesteak, unfortunately don't have Carangi right now. So if you're not having like Sarcones or Kasha, or you're not baking your own bread like Angelo's or Del Rossi's, I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry, but you're not a top 3. You're not a top 5. And dude, I love a nice, good, seeded Corpolese roll, or a nice, long, seeded Lisios roll. I'll get down with anything. No shit. There's no doubt about it. But there's 5 or 6 you out there, 7 you out there that are slinging real fucking bread. Backyard's Cravings. Real fucking bread. Authentic shit. Right? Like, if Backyard's Cravings doesn't make the Final 4 in your freaking bracket, or Angelo's, or Del Rossi's, or John's Roast Pork, now serving on Sarcones, and, you're proud to be serving them from a Carangi's perspective. Dude, at the end of the day, it's all about the bread. And if you're going to sit there and tell me it's not shit, I shouldn't have did this segment. I should shut up. I really should. I might want to shut up right now, but I also don't. Because I look, there's nothing I'm taking away, nothing from anybody out there grinding and making cheesesteaks. But if the bread ain't authentic, then it can't be number 1. I'm just going to say it. It can't be number 1 if the bread ain't real. And it's a fact, Jack. And there's some other shit that goes into some things, right? I see a lot of love for, people, or, I see a lot of arguments. We got the best meat. We got the best cheese. We are seasoning. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Look, come on. It isn't rocket science. Little black salt, pepper, garlic, good ribeye, some Cooper Sharp. That shit better be either sliced on your own or just whatever. Don't that processed shit, dude. I'm sorry. You can't touch that. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. But other than that, if you got real bread, you're slinging a nice cheesesteak, then yes, you know what? You can fucking rave about that thing till the cows come home. But like, other than that, shoot me dead. I'm keeping it real. And right now, the cheesesteak landscape isn't what it used to be. And I'm just, again, I'm more excited just to get back to where it needs to be. There's a land of opportunity, and I think you can continue to be creative when it comes to a cheesesteak. But right now, the city is hurting. It really is. It's hurting, as you may not believe it, but it is. And another cool thing about Philadelphia is that it's quickly becoming a cheesesteak city. Honestly, there's now awesome cheesesteaks in New York, and now there's awesome pizza places in Philadelphia, and it just continues to evolve. And I haven't been to half of these new joints, but when you talk about places like Pizza Shack and Max and Pizza Badia or whatever, like, dude, these places are the bomb diggity, and I'm lucky enough to have Verona Pizza right up the street from me. And Verona's cheesesteak is killer, and they are doing wonders. But like, they're using real quality shit, and when unfortunately had to change their bread vendor, they decided to get creative and come up with their own recipe. And now they're baking some of the, finest rolls in the area. Like, again, I'm not taking away anything from anybody, but like, dude, don't sit here and tell me this is a fucking 9.9 on a spongy fucking piece of shit. Oh, dude. Look, I can't edit that out. I can't. I don't have an editor. I don't have a producer. I knew I shouldn't have went down that lane, but I'm going to cut it off for now. I don't think I offended anybody. I know I didn't. I really didn't. So, with that said, that's my take on the cheesesteak landscape right now. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Shout out again. Thank you, Karanji, BTA Sports, Foods Galore. Again, look for that free trial. Download BTA Sports now. MLB is alive as well. We got the Sweet 16 on Thursday, Friday, the Elite 8 on Saturday, Sunday, and then you have spring break the following week. I'm not sure I'll bring this back here for spring break. Maybe I will. I'm not sure. Maybe I will. Holy shit. Fuck. All right. 27 minutes. 27 minutes. I covered everything I wanted. I really did. So, I'm going to keep on Samboning. Hope you keep on Samboning too. Sambo Nation, alive and well. Continue to rise up. Continue to get together. Enjoy an awesome week here, man. We really got an awesome week on our hands. There's nothing better. Really isn't. Citizens Bank Park, Thursday. Let's get after it. Sambone out. Do, 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 do. We got high hopes.